I'm a new police officer in a small town that runs along the border of Canada. I work the night shift as a normal patrol, awaiting calls for help. I was in an empty parking lot at 1:45 a.m. when a call came in for assistance. The caller said they were being held captive in the basement of the old farmhouse by the river. The farm was an old rundown corn farm that hasn't been used in over a decade. I put my emergency lights on and sped off to the location since I already knew exactly where it was. Upon arriving, there was one light on near the back porch of the house, but nobody in sight. I drew my service weapon and flashlight and I began approaching the west end of the house silently, hoping to catch them off guard. As I came closer, I could hear an old radio playing with music from the 1950s. I backed off and decided to wait for backup, which was 10 minutes away. I went back to my vehicle and the light suddenly turned off on the back porch. My backup arrived just in time and we approached the farmhouse together. We heard a loud laugh coming from the inside of the farmhouse. We barged in, weapons drawn, and demanded to show themselves. Upon entering, we noticed the house was completely empty. We inspected the entire location and all rooms were run down and empty. The house had no basement and there was no radio or electricity running to the home. We inspected the entire location for over 30 minutes without a trace of anybody being in the location for years. The next day, upon arriving to work, my sergeant calls me in and explains this is a usual occurrence with this location and all further calls for help should be immediately avoided.